We use a very straightforward implementation methodology to run all of our projects. If you've ever done an implementation before, it probably looks similar to how we run it. So we use 5 simple steps. First is our kickoff. Once that contract's signed, you will get introduced to someone on our professional services team. And from that, we will set up a kickoff meeting. In that kickoff meeting, we want all the stakeholders there to go over a reminder of what does Esper do, provide you with a demo. You maybe haven't seen one in 6 months or so, and maybe some new folks to the project haven't seen it at all. And then we'll also cover our implementation methodology in that meeting so everyone knows how the project's going to go. Within that meeting, we'll go ahead and set up weekly recurring calls with the core project team to get us started on the second step of the process, which is discovery. We spend the bulk of the project in discovery. This is where we ask you a million different questions to understand your business process today, and how you want it to stay the same, or maybe how you want to change it, and use Esper to do that. Esper is highly configurable, and we're going to configure Esper to fit your needs. So in discovery, we need to understand, how should the workflow be set up? What documents and templates do you have? What documents need to be ingested in Esper, and who will the users be, and what are their roles and permissions? Once we collect all that information, we'll give a document to you, configuration requirements that you'll sign off on. It'll then be up to our team to go configure Esper. Once we finish this step 3, product configuration, we'll go into step 4, which is validation testing. Again, this is with your project team, and you'll maybe bring a few more folks into the fold at this point to start to use Esper and test it, just to make sure, does this workflow really make sense for us? Okay, if it doesn't, let's change it. Are the forms working as we expected? Yep, all good to go. And at the end of the testing period, which can be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, you will say we're good and sign off on any changes that we made as a result of testing. And then we'll move into step 5, which is our go live and launch. It is at this point that we will come on site to do in-person training. Throughout the course of a project, we will absolutely train you in person, but sometimes we will even come ahead of time to meet in person if that feels like it works best for your team. For the training, we set it up classroom style, ask folks to bring in their computers, and then you'll follow along click by click to learn to use Esper. We do tailor our trainings best based on a user's role. So if you're someone that would run a project beginning to end, you're going to get a training on that. Versus if you're someone that just needs to receive a document, review it, and approve it, you'll get a training based on that. And with that, you're live. We'll stick around. The professional services team will stick around for at least a month until we feel like adoption is solid and everyone is becoming an expert every day. And then after that, we'll transfer you to our customer success team, who will be in charge of just the long-term care of your team.